Hello everyone, in this video I am going to explain you about the minimum number of operations to make array empty, which basically says we have given an array, we need to perform minimum number of operations, and the operations given are these two operations, and then we need to perform this operation and we should make sure that array is empty. And as you can see, there are two operations. First operation says like we need to choose two elements with equal, which means we have to choose two elements of equal and then we need to delete from the array. And we can also choose three elements with equal values and delete from the array. So we can do this operation, and hence when we do this operation it is counted as we have performed one operation, and then when we do this operation it is also counted as we have done one operation. So we need to do these two operations and we need to return the number of operations we have done. In case like we cannot make the array empty, in that case we have to return -1. So let me take these two examples and then explain what it is saying. So first example is like in this case we have 2. If you see how many times they have occurred, 1 2 3 4 times it has occurred. So what we can do is we can choose these two elements and we can delete from the array. So let me do that. So we have deleted these two array elements, and then we can take this 3 and this 3, we can delete it. So if we do this operation, in that case 3 will be left out. So according to that two operation we need at least 2 element or 3 element. So what we can do is we can choose this 3, this 3 and this 3. So it is counted 3 times, so we can delete it. So this is the basic operation, and then when we see we have 2 again 2 times, so delete it. One more thing, when we are doing this like this 2 and this 2, when we are deleting we perform one operation, and when we deleted this 3 3 and 3 we perform one more operation, and when we deleted this 2 and this 2 we perform one operation. And now I'll delete this 4 and this 4 and I'll perform one more operation. So basically in this case I'm doing 4 operations, and this is what we have to return, 4, and this is what they have explained it here also. And let me take one more example. In this case you can see that we have 2 3 times, so we can delete this 2 and then we need to perform one operation for this, and then we can choose this 3 and this 3 and we will do one more operation by doing this, deleting 3 and 3. But then we have only one, like 1 is left only one time. So according to our condition we have to choose 2 elements or we have to choose 3 elements. So in this case as you can see the array will not be empty, so in this case we have to return -1. We don't need to return this thing. So I think you got the problem, and since it is related to frequency, so we can use hash map to solve this like problem. So in hash map what I'll do is I will first let me erase. In hash map what I'll do is I can take a pointer like I variable and then it will point to this element. So we see in hash map we don't have 2, so we insert 2 and then its frequency we are going to store. Right now we have only 1, so 1, and then we will increase the count of I. So we are here. Now 3 is not there in the hash map, so we will insert as key and then frequency of that like 3. And then when we are here, so 3 is already there but it is one time. Now we will increase this frequency, it is 2. Then we'll move front, so we have 2 already there, so increase it by 1, and then we came again, it is 2, so increase the frequency of the 2 by 1, so it is 3. Now we have 4 but 4 is not there in the hash map, so insert 4 and then take the frequency as 1. Now in this case as you can see we have 2 and 2 has already there, so increase its frequency, so it is 4. Again as you can see here it is 3, so 3 is already there, so increase its frequency. And then here as you can see 4, so 4 is already there, so increase the frequency. So as you can see, like 2 has occurred 4 times, 3 has occurred 3 times, and 4 has occurred 2 times. So after we construct the hash map, we can traverse, we will take one iterator which will point to the hash map's beginning. So hash map I'll take as m begin. We will take unordered map only, order is not required in this case, and then we'll iterate through the entire hash map. So it not equals to end. So in this case what I'll do is, like we have seen, when there is only one element, so in that case answer will be -1, because at least we need 2 elements or 3 elements. So we'll see if like iterator of second, first is value and then second is frequency. So if iterator of second is 1, then directly will return -1. So we will not be able to empty the array in that case, but also we'll take one more variable as answer, which will store the minimum number of operations we did. And let's say we have frequency as 2, so we can choose 2 elements and then delete it. Let's say we have 3 elements of same type, so according to second condition, this condition, we can choose 3 elements and then we can delete it. Let's say we have 4, so 4 can also be deleted. How? We'll take 2 elements and then we'll take one more 2 elements. So in this case operation we have done is 1, in this case we have done is again 1, and in this case like 2 and 2, so we have done 2 operations basically. Like we have choose 2 elements, so for this one operation and for this one operation. Now let's take 5, we have a 5 element. So in that case what we can do is we can take 3 element and then we can take 2 element. So again here is we have performed one operation and here we perform another operation. Let's say we have 6. So now in this case like we can take 2 elements, one more 2 elements and one more 2 elements, and we can delete it. But here in total we have 3 number of operations done. So 3 operations we have done. I think better would be we can take 3 elements and then one more 3 elements. So in this case we are doing only 2 operations, so we have to return minimum, so I would say this would be preferred. So no matter you take any element like 7, 8, that will be divisible, like we can remove entire element. Only in case of 1, when the number is like frequency of that element is 1, in that case we cannot remove the element from the array. So now what we can do is, let's say we have a 9 element, so in that case what I'll do is 9 divided by 3. So in that case we need to perform minimum of 3 operations. Also 6 case also it takes 6 by 3, which is 2, so minimum is 2. So what I'll do is I'll increase answer variable, answer plus equals to like iterator of second divided by 3 I'll do. So now let's take we have like that element in 7 number of times. So in that case when we take 3, this line basically says that only we are taking 3 elements together to minimize number of operations. So in that case like 3 we have removed, 3 have removed, and then 1 element were remaining it. So one condition right here, if this iterator of second, if I do modulo 3, and if that is equals to 1, so which means like from this if you say for this 7, so answer what we are doing is we are taking 2, but then actually it is not correct. What we can do is like 3, we take 3 element, we remove 3 element and then 2 element and then 2 element. This is the actual answer, like 3 elements you are removing. So if like modulus, if we have it, then we can simply increase answer by 1. So from here we got 2, and then when we have modulo, so that would be like 3, 1, like 1 we are increasing it. Let's take one more example. Let's say 8 we have it. So in this case what we can do is 3 plus 3 plus 2, this we can do, and this is the minimum possible number of operations. So 8 divided by 3 will give answer as 3, and 8 modulo 3 will give answer as 2. So basically this equals to 1 should not be there. Like modulo 3 if we do, so we will be having like either 0, 1 or 2. So if it is 1, then we saw that we have to increase by 1. If it is 2 also, we have to increase by 1. The reason being is we saw here like 8, for 8 3 elements will remove, and then 3 and then 2. But from here we are getting only 2 elements, and since modulo is 2, so we will increase it by 1. And when we have, let's say, 9 elements of same like 9 elements are same, frequency of that particular element is 9. So in that case, like minimum number of operation we do is 3 plus 3 plus 3. So 9 by 3 is 3. So in this case we will get correct as 3, and then 9 modulo 3 will get 0. So in that case we will not go into if condition, and then I will not increase it. So I think this logic is clear. So once we do this, and then we need to increase iterator, because we need to check for other elements, and once we come out of the loop we have to return just answer. Answer will contain the minimum number of operations required to empty an array. I think you got the logic, and then let me code. So first what I'll do is I'll take n, basically number of elements we have, nums dot size, and then I'll take one unordered map, which will keep basically the keep count of frequency, like frequency of particular element. So since element is here integer, so key is integer, and then frequency is also like we're counting the number of elements, so it is also integer. And then let me name it as n, and I'll run a loop, like basically I'll iterate through the entire nums array. So now we'll take that nums and we'll increase its frequency by 1. So once we do this, we get frequency of all the elements present in the array nums. Now I'll take one iterator, and I'll point to the first element of the map, and according to our algorithm what you have written, I'll write it as it not equals to and. Basically we are checking every key value pair of the hash map, and if in any case iterator of second, which means frequency of that particular element is 1, then we cannot empty an array. So in that case I'll return -1. And one more thing, we have to take answer variable, answer equals to 0, which basically keep counts of the number of like minimum number of operations we have to perform to make that array empty. And then according to our logic, answer plus equals to iterator second by 3, and then if iterator second modulo 3, like when it is 1 or 2, in that case we have to increase answer, and then we'll increase iterator to check the next element, and then we have to return answer. Yeah, sample test case has been run. Now let me run the actual code. So it is running absolutely fine. So now let me analyze the time complexity of this algorithm. Since we are iterating through the entire array, so let's take array size is n, so it is O of n plus O of let's say like in worst case all the elements are different, so we will be using the entire like hash map. Like hash map's key value will be unique, so all key values will be equal to the number of elements of the array. So in that case, this while loop again will be executed n times. It will not be executed n times, like in first case only we will be having like frequency of particular is 1, so it will return, so this will not count. But then when inverse case would be like when nums array contains 2 elements, so in that case frequency will be 2, and then there are n by 2 unique elements, so that loop will run n by 2 times. So this is our time complexity, and then it is approximately equals to O of n, which is fine. And then let me analyze space complexity. As I said, like when all the elements are unique, so in that case all elements will have in the key, so it is O of n. So in this way you can solve the problem. Thank you.